All right, welcome back to the channel. This is Matt Garland, NMLS number 58700, better known as MG the Mortgage Guy, and are back with another Ask MG. As always, I got super producer, Emmy-nominated producer, Jordana, in the building.
Are you gonna say that every intro?
That's your intro now.
Okay.
You don't have an NMLS number, you said.
You're right.
so that's your intro now. All right, so we're back with another Ask MG. We love your questions. So if you have any questions, make sure in the comments you have a question and then hashtag AskMG at the end of the question. And super producer Jordana will get the question and will make a video to answer your question. So Jordana, who do we have?
We have Miss Choose Wisely 718. Shout out to Brooklyn.
Shout out to Brooklyn in the building, live from the 718. Let's go.
She says, do we start going for land, then the brick?
Do we start going for land, then the brick?
Yeah.
So either land or buy a house?
Yeah, or like land and then start like looking at construction costs, or are you just buying land to buy land? Like what is your, because I'm looking at what Kiana Watson's doing.
Shout out to Kiana and Anthony.
And it's super inspiring, but should people be buying land and building their own thing right now?
Yes, if you got the team and if you got the capital, the team, the funding, you know what I mean, the knowledge. Yeah, hell yeah. Why not?
So what's like a starter pack on mean? I know
a starter pack.
Yeah.
I like that.
A starter pack, like a how-to. You know when they put the memes and the GIF stuff, like this is the starter pack of so and so.
Well, I mean, look. So first of all, if you're gonna buy land, you got to find out before you purchase the land what can actually be done on the land. Right? What's the zoning for it? Do you need to get environmentals? Do you need to add plumbing, sewer? You know what I'm saying? Like you got to find out, is this land even buildable? Because there's a lot of land out there that's not buildable, right? And then what can you build on it? See, a lot of people like, yo, just buy land, but land is not profitable. It's not cash flowing. It's just dirt, right? But that dirt could be valuable if you build something on it or if something is coming into the area. So I think first thing you want to do is see what you can do on the land, see what type of, if you need plumbing, sewage, waterage, all that stuff can be added to it, because sometimes you can't even add that utilities to the property, right? Find out what's happening in the development of that community to where that will make that land more valuable to possibly build or just to hold. Like I know folks that just buy land and hold, right? I know folks that buy land and flip land.
Well, you say they're not making any more land, so it's sometimes.
Well, no, you're not making no land unless you're in Dubai.
Like,
unless you're in Dubai, they just make land and build tall buildings on it, right? Like it's absolutely incredible, the science, right? But me personally, I am a fan of, like we just talked about, the build to rent situation when you have big institutional investors now instead of building homes, new construction homes to flip them, they're building them to create rental properties. So yeah, I'm a fan of buying land if you have a plan to do something with it right away. If you're just someone who just say, yo, I just want to buy land just to hold it, and you don't have any other investments going on, it might be tough in my opinion. That's just my opinion. But I'm a fan of it. But if it's your first time investor and you're looking for cash flow and building a portfolio, then I would probably say get a rental property or two first. Get accustomed to being an investor, submitting documents, going through the process, build your team, because building is not easy.
Yeah.
Contractors is difficult to work with, especially when you're new and you don't know shit. So they can kind of tell you anything and you don't know what the hell they're really talking about. So you got to educate yourself. I think education is the foundation of everything. So the more you're educated on the process of not just buying the land, but just building and doing new construction, the easier it will be for you to go through that process. And obviously, you're going to learn more by experience. So at some point, you have to go through that process and do it, because there's a lot that comes with it. You got to get architectural plans. You got to get surveys. You got to get environmentals. There's a lot that you have to do before you even dig a shovel in the ground. And then now you got to go through the counting to get all of that stuff approved. So you got to think about, you buy a piece of land for $50,000, $40,000, and you want to build. Even look what Anthony and Kiana are doing, right?
Because not everybody has an Anthony. Because
No,
Anthony be turning these houses up from nowhere. I see.
But Anthony just didn't wake up one morning and
Right.
started doing this. Anthony had a process, right? He partnered with people who had more experience than him. He collaborated. He's learned the business and he got certifications. He got licenses. This is not brand new. This is something that he's been doing over the past 5, 6, 7 years. It's now we're just seeing the fruit of all that hard work on his Instagram because now he's starting to show, and Kiana is showing what they're doing. But in the background, with her working her real estate career and helping other developers go through new builds and selling them, they've learned. And actually, this is why I tell people all the time, if you want to get in real estate, you should really get licensed. Get a real estate license, get a mortgage license, because that experience will help you become a better real estate investor in the future. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at Anthony and Kiana, what they've done over the past year, that's 6, 7 years worth of work we're seeing now. And trials and tribulations that I'm not going to explain. They can talk their own story. I know, from they being my friends, but it's not easy. Like, it's not easy. Anthony's helping me with Garland Gardens. Like, it's a lot. Like, I've never done a job of this scope before in my life. This is a very big job that I'm doing with my house. So I had to call in my guy who's doing this and who has connections and things of that nature. And I'm GCing my own job. And it's difficult as hell. It's annoying. It's annoying. I wish I wouldn't have did this sometimes.
Oh, I know.
No, I hate this whole process because I could have just been in my mansion already and just living my best life.
Right.
Barbecues and bar mitzvahs. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, to answer, what's the person's name?
Miss Choose Wisely 718.
Miss Choose Wisely. Choose wisely. Pick your poison. Choose wisely. You can't go wrong with owning real estate at the end of the day. I think ownership is key, but choose wisely, Miss Choose Wisely, and do your due diligence, do your research, get educated, bring on mentors, collaborate with people who have experience, but most importantly, go out there and execute on your real estate goals. Anything you want to add to this, Jordana?
I think you got it right.
What?
Barbecues and bar mitzvahs.
Barbecues and bar mitzvahs. All right, there you have it. That's all I got on this. Great question. Thank you, Miss Choose. What's her name?
Miss Choose Wisely 718.
Shout out to Miss Choose Wisely 718. We appreciate the question. And that was a question on IG. So even if you're not on my YouTube, you can do this on my IG as well. Leave the comments and then hashtag AskMG. All right? Like, comment, share, subscribe. Ask your questions in the comments. Follow me on IG, MG the Mortgage Guy. Follow Jordana too. We're gonna put her. What's your IG? Tell me your IG.
It's my whole name.
Well,
Not
tell
everybody.
tell
All right,
people.
Jordana_Hemingway. I'm sorry I don't have a cool name like Miss Choose Wisely or MG the Mortgage Guy.
I mean, you're cool by yourself. So
I'm
it's
cool
all
by
good.
it. I'm a whole vibe.
Facts.
In real
right.
life, not IG too.
In real life, she is a whole vibe. Shout out to Jordana. All right. So like, comment, share, subscribe, follow us, and ask us more questions, and we will ask them live. This is Matt Garland, NMLS number 58700, but better known as MG the Mortgage Guy. Peace.